Okay guys, so today I'm going to start a new topic called automatic payment program. So what is the use of this automatic payment program? I'll explain and then we'll do the configuration and then we'll perform the testing part also. Now, so here the definition says it is used to post account payable like payment to the vendor based on vendor invoices automatically. Now here what is happening, I'll just let me open an Excel sheet. Okay, so we are discussing about automatic payment program. Now here, let's suppose we are having this XYZ vendor is there. This vendor is having around, let's suppose, 100 open items or like 50 open items. In the sense, 50 invoices we have posted. Okay, 50 invoices we have posted. Likewise, we are having 1,000 of vendors, 2,000 of vendors. So every vendor will have 20, 25 invoices. Now one by one, it is impossible to check every vendor one by one that okay, chalo, one vendor is having this particular vendor is having 20 items. So in that, how many items are overdue? Then we'll have to make a list and this much payment we are going to post in the system, and then after once we post this system, once we post this payments and all, and then somebody is there for this online transfer and all. Once the payment posted, then he is going to transfer that much amount in the vendor account. Now, so it's a very much time consuming process and so many people are required for this. So in order to avoid these kind of things, SAP has given automatic payment program. SAP has given an exclusive process called APP, Automatic Payment Program. So what is the advantage of APP? Once we run automatic payment program, then it is going to find out all the due items or overdue items automatically. Whatever, let's suppose we are running this payment on 18th. Today is 18th of August. So 18th of August means this item, this is posting date and this is net due date. So this item is going to be overdue. This is overdue. This is also overdue. This is also overdue. And this is also overdue. Okay, and let's suppose we have posted certain item on 25th/07/2017. So 25th/08/2017, it is going to be, this is for, let's suppose, 4,000. So this is called not due. It means today is only 18th. This item is going to be due on 25th. So this is not due. Now, so here what is happening? System, once we run this APP automatic payment program, then system is going to search out automatically how many items are due or overdue. Those items system is going to select for the payment. Remaining whatever items are not due, those item will be left by system, and it makes our work very easy, pretty easy. Okay, so that is the advantage of this automatic payment program process. So now what I'll do, first of all, I'll show you guys configuration. We are going to configure, and after configuration, I'll let you know, I'll perform the testing part, which is the most important part. You have to configuration, guys. I'll let you know, I'll tell you, like, everybody knows configuration. Okay, configuration means almost there are several documents also available on internet. You can download and you can do the configurations and all, but the major thing is like testing part. Testing part means what, in how many way we can run this app and all. Scenario based question people are going to ask. They'll give you several scenarios and all. So practically, if really you have a, if practically really you have done these all things, then it will be, you guys will be very much confident while replying the answers and all. So let me complete the configuration part first, and once the configuration is completed, then we'll perform this testing. So let me log in first. Okay, so now here, in order to configure automatic payment program, we have to use transaction code, that is FBZP. Keep in your mind, this is very important transaction code, FBZP. FBZP. This is the transaction code which is used to configure automatic payment program. Press enter. Now here we are having total 6 steps. Okay, so we have to follow these all steps one by one. We'll start from all company code. Click on all company code and then click on new entry. Give here company code here, TM04, and then here we are having sending company code and paying company code. In paying company code also we are going to give TM04 itself. Don't give anything in sending company code. Now I'll let you know what is the use of sending company code, and here click you can apply a check mark here on separate payment per business area, because we are using business area concept. And apart from this, we are having special GL transactions. Okay, APP we can run in case of customer also, but generally if you somebody talk about APP, then only one thing comes in our mind, that is making payment on behalf of, like we are going to run this APP for vendor payment itself. Generally it is run for vendor payment itself, but SAP has given to run this functionality can be used for account receivable also. Now, so we are going to talk about account payable right now. We are what to say, doing this account payables and all. So here in account payable, yesterday I told you guys that advance payment, advance vendor advance payment. So even advance payment also we can post through APP, but generally in real time, if you talk about real times and all, advance payment, if you are going to run APP for advance payment and all, then we have to give a special GL transaction, that is yesterday we run against A. But generally what is happening, if you talk about advance payment happens, it's not like for every vendor we are going to give advance and all. Very few vendors will be there where this kind of situation comes. So if advance payment is there, people are going to follow the manual process, which will be most easy, because for one or two or three vendor, people are not going to run this automatic payment program. Okay, so anyhow, so here I have to explain about this sending company code and paying company code. What is this sending or paying company code concept? Now let's suppose Tata Motor and Tata Steel is there. So whenever let's suppose what is happening, Tata Motor is making payment on behalf of Tata Steel, because this is both are subsidiary of a same group company called Tata Group. So let's suppose if Tata Motor has made payment on behalf of Tata Steel to the vendor, then what will happen in that case? Tata Steel will be treated as a sending company code and paying company code is Tata Motor. So this scenario is bit, like quite, it creates lots of confusions and all. And anyhow, see, the thing is like, if we are going to do these things, then it will have impact on the financial statement and all. So that's what every company code is going to handle their all account payable and account receivable separately, because they are generating their balance sheet and financial statement. They are going to publish in the market separately itself, because subsidiary wise they have listed in the stock market, stock exchange. If you are going to stock exchange, Tata Motor will have separate share and Tata Steel is having separate share. Okay, so of course if they are having separate share, and separate share means Tata Motor has listed as a separate entity and Tata Steel has listed as a separate entity. So Tata Motor has to publish their financial statement separately, and Tata Steel also has to what to say, publish their financial statement separately. So that's what. Okay, so that is why sending company code, paying company code concept is given by SAP, but practically I haven't seen this concept, but this is there. Now, so I just made you understand, I just explained you so that you will be having idea. By chance, if somebody asks something like what do you mean by sending company code or paying company code, then you should be able to explain that. Let's suppose we are having two subsidiary, and one subsidiary is making payment on behalf of second one, then the first subsidiary will be treated as a paying company code, and second subsidiary is going to be treated as a sending company code. That's all, nothing more. Okay, now save this, then come back once again and click on paying company code. Now here click on new entry. So paying company code will be Tata Motor itself. Give your company code number here. Okay. Minimum incoming payment, like if you run this APP for account receivable, then what is the minimum amount for which we can run this? So let's suppose any minimum amount, just give 10 rupees, 5 rupees, whatever you want. Okay, and minimum amount for outgoing payment also. Minimum amount for incoming payment or outgoing payment, in the sense, let's suppose if we are going to run APP for a particular vendor and we found only very few, only 100 rupees or only 10 rupees is showing as an open item, it means there is no open item at all. Some differences will be there which is showing 10 rupees or 5 rupees. So for that, why to run APP and all? So that's what system is asking, that you give a limitations, that for a minimum, what is the minimum amount for which we can run this APP. I've given a minimum amount. It could be anything. Okay, it could be 100 rupees also. Now, then click on the forms, and here form for payment advice. Now, and click on sender detail also. Now, here what will happen, whenever we run this APP, and all, then what will happen after running this APP, if you are going to do online payment and all, then what will happen, the person who is going to make payments and all, he need to have certain details. Okay, based on what he is going to make payment, how many vendors are there, for each vendors, what is the bank accounts and all. Okay, so after running this APP, what will happen, system is going to generate a payment advice. Payment advice means system is going to a printer will be linked with the laptop or desktop, and what will happen, payment advice will be printed over there. Advice will be printed with the printer. In that advice, all the details will be there, like for which vendor we have run, what is the vendor bank details and all, every details will be there. And certain header, footer, and so many details will be there. Header, footer, very well, like what is the in Word document, like uh, we are having header and footer like that. Even in payment advice also, this is payment advice form, this is called a smart form, guys. Okay, this is a smart form. Generally, here we have assigned a standard form which is given by SAP. But if you go in real time, then what will happen? This form will be developed by technical consultant. This form will be developed by technical consultant, and they are going to give you the form name. Okay. Uh, while development, what we have to explain to the technical consultant that okay, what should be the header, on header, like what details should be there, what should be the body text, what should be the what to say, footer details, and signature text, in the sense like signature, sometime what is happening, like once we generate payment advice, and if it is going to send to somebody for payments and all, he will say that okay, it should be approved by somebody. Okay, so anyhow, we are not going to go in that much details, because payment advice we cannot develop. This is the activity. This activity will be performed by technical consultant, ABAP consultant. Whatever forms are being developed, that will be done by ABAP consultant. They will develop the form, and they are going to give you a form name like this. Okay, once they give this form name, then we are going to link it here, and headers here, certain text ID, this letter header, footer details, these are the standard one which I am going to give. Okay, save this. What is the use of this? Whatever the text I have specified here, this header, footer, and sender details, in these all, this is also technically, here certain specification will be there. Okay, some specification will be given by technical consultant, and that is going to appear here while when the payment advice is getting generated. So I think if I explain much, you guys will be having lots of confusions and all. That's what I'm not going to explain much, because even during interview, people are not going to ask any question from this, because this is a form development activities and all. Now come back, and then click on payment method in country. Payment method in country. Now click on position and give your country IN and press enter. So for India, we are having, see, since it is online server, so many people have created lots of this payment method. Now generally, two payment method, two standard payment method SAP has given. That payment method I'll let you know. The first one is C, and second one is T, online bank transfer. These two payment method SAP has given, that is the standard payment method. Now what will happen, if you want to use this, you can use, or else simply we can copy and we can create our own, like what these people have created. Simply they have copied, and they're going to change a code. It is only one digit code we have to give for payment method. So we are going to create, we are not going to create, what to say, the new one. We are going to use the existing one. We are going to use the existing one. Okay, so we are going to use check and bank transfer both, let's suppose, or better to use bank transfer. If we use bank transfer, then I think lots of error will appear during bank transfer itself. So if we use bank transfer, because in vendor master, so many details we have not given, and I have not given those details knowingly, so that during automatic payment program run, APP run, one by one those error will appear, and I'll let you know what is the solution for those errors, with logics and all, with configurations and all. I'll explain once we run this app, then I'll explain you the errors and all. So those errors will be appearing for bank transfer payment method. Now come back. So here we have not done any configuration. We are going to use bank transfer payment method itself. Now then click on payment method in company code, and then click on new entry, and give your company code TM10. Your payment method is T. Amount limits, you can give any amount limit, has like minimum something and maximum a maximum you can give here. And then one more thing, we have to click on form data. Okay, and here we can give a form if you want. Generally, if you're having like any kind of checks and all, if the payment is done through checks and all, then we have to assign a different form here. Okay, so now we are not having any, form is not developed, since there is no ABAP consultant and all, there is no any form. I'm not going to give any form here. Save this entry here itself. Come back, come back, and then the next step is bank determination. Bank determination means whenever we are going to post the payments and all. So here, if you post a payment, then vendor account is getting debited and bank account is getting credited. So which bank, here the entry will take entry is going to take place automatically. So which bank is going to be credited? So those bank we have to give it here. So here it's not like that directly GL account we are going to link. First of all, we'll have to set up a bank master. Bank master in the sense that is called house bank setup. How are we going to set up the house bank? I'll let you know. So before bank determination, we have to follow this step. That is the fifth step. Click on house bank and give your company code TM10. Press enter. Okay. Click on new entry and give your house bank. Let's suppose we are having HDFC GL, so I have given HDFC. If you want to give ICICI, Citibank, Kotak, whatever you can give. And then here bank country, India, bank key. See, the thing is like, if you're having, if any bank is there, then bank will have certain what to say address also. Like bank is located somewhere in Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, wherever it is, and bank is having certain address also. So what is happening? This bank key means bank details we are going to give over there. While creation of bank, while creation of this bank key, generally what is happening? We are going to give the all, like what is the bank name, address, IFSC code for Indian company, IFSC code. If it is a foreign bank, then the IBAN number also generally is given. But here you can give any bank key here like HDFC, and then you need to click on create. You need to click on create. Okay. Since this bank key is already created here for me, so if once you click on create, then what will happen? I'll let you know. Then once you click on create, then these kind of a screen will appear, and here the blank, all these things will be blank. So here you're going to give the details. Region means here region code is already given by SAP 010203. So whatever your state is there, Delhi, Mumbai, sorry, Delhi, Maharashtra, Bihar, UP, whatever you want to give, you can give. And other this addresses I have given. And Swift code. Swift code is nothing but here IFSC code we are going to maintain. And then you need to click on continue. So once you click on continue, then click on this address details. And here your bank address will appear. Bank details are going to be appeared, and Swift code and everything. Swift code is nothing but your IFSC code for Indian bank, that will appear. So once this is done, then you need to click on bank account, double click on bank account. So on first screen, what we have given? We have given a code for our house bank, and we have given the, whatever the bank address is there, including IFSC code. Now here in second screen, what we are going to do, then after I have clicked on bank account, so this screen has appeared. then click on new entry. Now what is happening, there may be a chances that in one bank account, in one bank like HDFC Bank is there, in one bank you can have 3 account, 4 account, 2 account, or 1 account. So here give one account ID. HDFC 1 I have given. Account ID represent one bank account. If in HDFC, let's suppose we are having two account we have opened, it means for those 2 account we need to create 2 account ID. For that we need to create 2 account ID. Each account ID represent one bank account. And description, anything you can give. And then here bank account number, whatever the bank account number is there, that you have to give. Certain account number will be there, that account number we are going to give it here. Currency will be your Indian currency, INR. And then GL, what is the bank GL? That is 1000, so given 1000 here and press enter. So 1000 does not exist in SKB1. Okay. Okay guys, I have made a mistake. Generally our company code is not TM10, it is TM04. It is not TM10, it is TM04. And then press enter. So once again I'll have to cancel this. Let me cancel. Make it yes. Come back. Now, so what you have to do, I'll just, you have to save over there. I'll just rectify. Anyhow, your company code will be different, so you have to follow in the same way. I'll just do one thing. I'll just rectify. Okay, so since I have made a mistake, I've given a wrong company code TM10. So now I've rectified all, whatever the previous settings are there. The only company code I have changed. So you guys, whether it is TM10 or TM04, it doesn't matter because you'll be having a different company code. Now I'm going to show you house bank setting once again. It is TM04. Press enter, and these things already I have shown here. New entry, give this code, bank country, once again bank key, and then you need to create, since for me it's already created, and then click on bank account. So for bank account, once again you need to click on new entry, and then here account ID, some description, then some account number we are going to give here, currency we are going to give, and GL account we are going to give, and then we are going to save this. So now we have created our house bank, and house bank is HDFC, and under that we are having one account, and that account ID is HDFC1. Now come back, and then we are going to do, then we are going to click on bank determination. Now here in bank determination, click on position and give your company code TM04 and select it, and double click on ranking order, and then click on new entry. In ranking order, the payment method is T, currency INR, order 1, house bank HDFC. In the sense, if I have given ranking number 1 to HDFC, let's suppose we are having 2 accounts, one is SDFC and second one is in ICICI. So what will happen whenever here, let's suppose same payment method, same currency and ranking number 2 and ICICI if I have given here, then what will happen while running APP, system is going to give first priority to HDFC. It means by default system is going to choose the HDFC GL itself for posting and all. Okay. If you have to, let's suppose if you want to process payment from ICICI Bank, then we are going to change, we have to edit the, what to say, during APP, whenever we are going to run this APP and all, so we have to edit the proposal whenever, what is this proposal and all, I'll let you know guys practically. Once I run this APP and all, then I'll let you know how to edit the proposal and all. So while editing the proposal, we can change the house bank. So here ranking number 1 means system is going to give this HDFC, system is going to give first priority to HDFC itself. This house bank will be taken by system by default. And then double click on bank accounts. Once again, new entry, your house bank. See, if you click here, house bank was HDFC. This is nothing but payment method. Payment method is T, then currency, INR, and here give your account ID. See here, if you click here, this is account ID. If you don't want to see the full description, then keep your cursor here so that system is going to show you, or else you can double click and you can drag it, so it is going to show you the full name. And sub account, give this bank GL right now. Okay. And then nothing else. Press enter and then available amount. Click on new entry, give your house bank, once again account ID, then here a maximum number of days we are going to give here, currency, and available amount for outgoing payment. So a maximum number of amount we are going to mention here. Save it. Okay, I'll tell you guys, whatever the available amount we have given here, it doesn't have any impact while running the payment. Let's suppose it is showing available amount for outgoing payment. Available amount for outgoing payment, let's suppose we have given like 1000 rupees. Now, if you made payment 400, it doesn't mean that this amount is going to be adjusted and it is going to show you 600. It will be as it is. Even I also don't have much understanding about the logic why they have given. Of course, certain logic will be there, but the thing is like as of now, it is not required to go into that much detail. So I didn't make any R&D like what is the logic. But of course, during configuration, we are going to give a maximum amount over there. Okay. Now guys, there are lots of settings, there are lots of configuration steps while doing configuration for anything, whether you go for dunning, you go for automatic payment program, foreign currency, or whatever the down payments and whatever the things are there. There are lots of configuration steps. It doesn't mean that we are going to touch each and everything. We have to touch the things, we have to touch the things like by which our requirement is going to be met. Because I told you guys that SAP is nothing but it's a global platform. In US, certain different requirement will be there. In UK, certain different requirement will be there. Maybe in Australia, different requirement will be there. So whatever SAP has to look at all entire globe. So in order to meet everybody's requirement, they are going to add new functionality, new things, new fields they are going to add. Okay. So since it is a global platform, so everything will be visible to everybody. So we have to touch the fields by which our requirement is going to be met. I don't know what is the use of next field or other fields, because let's suppose if I didn't get opportunity to work for any US client, or if I didn't get an opportunity to work for any UK client, then I don't know what is the use of remaining fields and all. Okay, so that's what I am saying, that whatever fields are there, it doesn't mean that you need to configure each and every field and you need to have knowledge about the each and everything. We are going to touch the fields by which our requirement is going to be met. So here, this is our last configuration. Come back. Now, so here we have done with the configuration, all company code, paying company code, payment method in country, payment method in company code, bank determination, and house bank. All configuration, whatever the required configurations are there, that we have done. I'll explain you. I'll give you a small explanation about one more thing. See, payment method in country. Double click on payment method in country, and then this is our company code. Here we have assigned T. Double click on this. Okay, come back. Not this one. Payment method in country. Click on payment method in country and check our payment method T. Double click on T. Now here we need to understand something. This is very important things, guys, because whenever we are going to run app, there are so many errors, which whatever the errors are going to take place, those errors will have direct or indirect connection with your payment method in country, in the sense against this payment method itself. What connections are there, that I'll let you know. Okay, those I'll let you know. uh, and what question people will ask, what answer you have to give, those also I'll explain, and with example, with like what to say, once I run this app practically, will show you the errors which is coming and why these errors are appearing, those also I'll let you know. So here, while defining the payment method, first of all, we have to decide whether it is incoming payment or outgoing payment. Of course, most likely app is going to be configured that is for outgoing payment itself. So outgoing payment. Now payment method selection, it will be bank transfer. Now these things are okay. The major thing which you need to understand is here. This is what people are going to ask during interview. Okay, and that is going to make you exclusive compared to other candidate. Because blindly whatever I said, everybody will configure little bit more or less. Okay, blindly everybody are going to configure, they'll run this app, and after that they will see, okay, payment has been posted, amount, an account got cleared, in the sense like open item got cleared. Okay, but till there everybody's are going to live up, but the question is going to be started exactly after that. Okay, wherever you have left, from there onwards people are going to ask the question, and which is why 95% of the people are getting rejected, because how to do they know very well, but why to do, they're not having any knowledge about these things. So see here, we have applied a check mark here, like in a street, PO box, bank details. In bank details also account number required, swift code required, IBAN number required. So if you apply a check mark, if you apply a check mark here, let's suppose street PO box, it means, what does it means, these details are going to be mandatory in vendor master. Just listen carefully, I'll show you guys practically, then you will be having more clarity. I'm just explaining here right now, so that at least, even if we run this app, and then if I let you know something, some kind of, then you just think that what I explained earlier. So if we are going to against payment method, we are having certain control. Which control? In payment method we are applying, let's suppose if you apply a check mark here on a street, PO box, and bank details, it means, see here, required master record specification. If we apply a check mark, means whatever vendor, for whichever vendor we are going to run app, in the sense automatic payment program, in those vendor master, street details must be maintained. Apart from this, if you apply a check mark for bank details, in those vendor master, bank details are also must be maintained. In bank details, which things? Account number and IFSC code, here Swift code. These two things must be there. So whenever you run app against a payment method T, in the sense bank transfer, then system is going to check these things in background, and if anything is missing, then system will throw error. How system is going to throw error? How you have to analyze? That is, those things are going to make you exclusive compared to other. As I told you, configuration everybody knows, No one is going to ask anything about configuration. They'll be asking, the question will be starting from end user part itself regarding error and some scenario they are going to raise. So one by one, I'll explain all the scenario. Practically, I'll show you guys wherever, whatever questions you guys are there, you guys are having, you ask me then and there itself. Okay. So that's all in this session. Here I am going to finish till configuration. End user part scenario wise will run from next session onwards. So that's all in this session, guys.